Today we're wheel-to-wheel racing with a BMW. What a BMW? Yes! Find out more right here, right now. Greetings petrolheads and welcome to romrom.net, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing, and to It's a Mod world where we check different mods for different sims to see if they add to our enjoyment. What you see here is a BMW. To be precise, this car was made on a license from Isetta, of whom we spoke in our video about the Bizzarini. See the link up and to your right, and it took BMW out of the crisis that they had after the Second World War. There were many different versions built of the Isetta, even a police car, I kid you not. This mod simulates a British Isetta that was built on a license from BMW, who were on a license from Isetta, in Great Britain, as a car with 3 tires and the wheel to the right. If you're here for the first time, yes, we're gonna keep testing mods, the crazier the better, so if you want to be informed about new videos, click subscribe and also click on the bell and become part of the ever-growing RomRom family. This car had a heater, and going by how they worked on older cars, I shudder to think about it, because normally these heaters only started heating when the motor was hot enough, because that was the heat that they were pumping inside of the car. It has a choker, and I'm glad I don't have an H shifter, as I'd go bonkers with how the gears are ordered in this one. Do you see it? I don't remember it being this way in the right-handed cars I've driven in my life. And nobody told Assetto Corsa so it could make the gear shifting animation right. Do you see it? Much like the Smart, it's a coupe of sorts, having only place for 2 people. 3 if you insist. This is the door handle. As the door of the Isetta opened at the front, the wheel moving with the door. You see the hinges here? There is no motor in the motor, and this model only has 1 wheel at the back. And very important, the ashtray. While the wiper looks as if it's moved manually, the British manual, see link in the description, makes it clear it's moved by a motor. The windows moving sideways are a nice detail that fits with the high level of detail of this mod. Pity that you see anything underneath the car reflected inside of the car. That's an error. You'll have to be very careful changing gears, as the motor is very sensible to high revs and this car doesn't have an auto blip. You'll have to take your foot off the throttle when changing gears, especially if you have auto clutch on. For fun races with friends, I'd even recommend turning damage off. On the other hand, and at least on this track, I worked mostly with the 3rd and the 4th gear. In many ways, and not only because of the 3 wheels, this car reminded me of the Reliant Robin. The driving feeling is very similar and the steering soft and loose. The car tends to choose driving on 2 wheels, though not as quick as with the Robin, and I feel this mod to be easier to drive than the Robin. It does not drive like the Morgan at all, another 3-wheeled car that I tested. Force feedback is mediocre at most, and while I felt the car somewhat, I didn't feel the wheels or the track at all. The AI handles this car better than I expected, even if they put it on 2 wheels from time to time, and it was a lot of fun to have some wheel-to-wheel racing. Despite the mediocre force feedback, you can inch your way carefully to the limits of this car. The interior looks a little bit plasticky, and there's the error with the reflections. In spite of everything else being quite detailed, I give it 4 eyes out of 5 for the look. The sound is okay, although I remember hearing Isettas sounding differently, and I tend to believe content managers saying it's the sound of a Lotus Type 25. For the sound, if it's original, I give it 4 ears out of 5. The driving feeling is acceptable, even if the force feedback is not very good. I'd say this will also get 4 wheels out of 5. All in all, it's a fun mod I can recommend. It's fun to drive, fun to race, and I can imagine driving against friends just for fun and giggles. This is not the first mod for a 3-wheeled car that we test. We have 3, 4 and 6-wheeled cars in our mod testing. Because there's more videos sharing the joy of sim racing, check the playlist to the left or the video to the right. Until the next time, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other at the podium.
Visit romrom.net to connect to fellow sim racers and sim racing